And welcome back. I know it's been a bit. Currently over at our rival kingdom, just basically waited out the night. Looks like they're actually coming a lot more developed than last time we checked. Last time we checked, supposedly they had a couple buildings, but we only just saw this one. Now they actually have a blacksmith house, a shop, and what we're actually here for, a barn. And I've traded away a couple pieces of wrought iron so that I can get myself 2 sheep nicely traded. Male and female, and we are just going to go ahead and take these guys back to my little village. And it's a bit of a walk, so I'm not going to show you guys all of it, but wanted to show you a little bit. Right now it's just more or less a trail that's been marked out with a little bit of hoed dirt. More or less just to show me exactly where I'm going. Okay, I will talk to you guys when we get halfway. Okay, and we are just about halfway there. As you can see, the path has gotten a little bit more developed. It's not really a big thing right now. Resources are pretty sparse as for setting up the roads for our city and doing trade roads. So, yeah, just more or less getting paved as a trail right now. Then we're just gonna cross along this beach and the trail should pick back up. Assuming that the sheep is smart enough to get up here. And sheep are going to be sheep out. This is going to be a bit of a pain. So I'll probably cut this out until we get to more or less the climactic moment. Okay, both sheep are back with me. This is my typical mine shack. I just put it on top of my mine shafts. For 1, to mark my locations. For 2, it keeps wandering mobs out of the top of the shaft. And the path travels back up that little hill, but because we have sheep, I'm going to take them around. And we have a new building over here. This is more or less a mining outpost. Along the trade route, it's about halfway between our kingdom and theirs. So it's just more or less being used as a safe house for the event of you don't get back to your destination in time. Actually, you know, let me see if I can tie these guys up somewhere real quick. Because I would like to take you guys around here. Okay, so I'm just going to hitch them up there. Just because I really want to show you this. It's very simple, basic design. I just basically took 3 5x5 cubes. Stuck them on each other in the shape of an L. Here's a cube. Here's a cube. Here's a cube. The terrain itself actually, it did this split level effect. So that was awesome. But I centerpieced it off of this. This is more or less this corner. Lined up my 5-piece here So we have water, and hopefully we'll have some food storage over here. And later on we'll have some beds, and we'll put them up here. Otherwise, yeah, that's it. Just put a roof there, roof there, roof there, and roof there, and walled them and connected. Otherwise, not much to say or much to see. However, since it is nighttime, I am going to wait out the night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. And we're making a quick stop over here to let you guys see the bridge. It's not something very special, it's just crossing a body of water. And I'll see you guys in a minute. There we go. Obnoxious sheep is back on the leash. But yeah, it's large enough that you can have something go under it. It's not done right now. A lot of it needs to be staired. Well, not staired, but half slabbed. That's gonna get half slabbed. That's gonna get half slabbed and have another half slab underneath to still give it the full block feel, but just to move the block down half a block. And this was back where we actually first pinned up our pigs. We are not very far at this point. In fact, you can actually see part of the village right now. And more or less the rest of it should be smooth sailing. All of the buildings at this point have had chimneys installed in between this video and last. It's still not in the greatest state. There's 2 of them that are unfinished, but luckily I got the straw so I can get enough bricks to finish that up. And wow, okay, you know what? Let's go the long way then. Anyhow, I'm gonna get these guys pinned up. They're gonna be in the pen that's gonna basically be right next door to the pigs. Well, let's get one of them pinned up at least for right now. I'll sort out the other one off camera in a minute. And they're just gonna go right down here. Come on, little buddy. Down here. Down here, little buddy. There we go. Okay. And I'll go sort out the other one real quick. And welcome back. Okay, so we have the sheep all nicely installed in here. They need a lot more ground coverage than this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave them some extra food. And we'll leave that blank there so that later hopefully we can get themselves a water trough. But in the time being, hopefully this will do good enough for them. I was greeted by 2 creepers when I came in here, so apparently the lighting wasn't good enough. So I installed some jack-o'-lanterns in tactful places. Just to make sure that when I'm gone for extended periods of time, and I otherwise don't have spawn protection on here, it's at least not going to spawn things inside. Right now I just need to come back and grab some stuff to fix this up with. And then we will get on to the actual build for the day, which will be the inn, and we'll be going right there. So, see you soon. And welcome back. Okay, everything's finally all fixed. It literally took an entire in-game day. Wow. Lots of setbacks on this episode. If you guys ever wonder how long it takes me to actually put together an episode for you guys, think of it this way. It usually takes me 2 or 3 in-game days to get you something worth seeing, and in addition to that, it usually takes me about a week or 2 in-game to actually get it ready to actually even start recording. So yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't just sit down and record. Trust me, I actually, like, I don't know, wait till I got something for you guys. Okay, so as far as the inn is concerned, we're going to be basing the bottom blueprint off of what we can do with the top blueprint, if that makes any sense. So we're going to set out how many rooms we have, and then figure out what shape the inn's going to take. Now, I figured that if I give... Let's try... Nope, one more. If I give the people at the inn a bed, a window, a table and chair, and then a walkway, that's a 3x3 room for each. I don't see why they would need more than that, at least not in your basic suites. And the basic suites are what's going to be taking up this level up here, okay? The top level, second floor, is actually going to be the more deluxe suites. Things like double beds, things like the innkeeper, all that stuff, it's going to be up there. So for the time being, let's go ahead and mark out these rooms. And figure out how many we can actually fit. I guess we could have those be kind of a deluxe one with one extra space on it. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so far we have about three rooms here. Let's actually put those in stone. Not literally stone, but you'll see what I'm saying very shortly. Okay, there we go. And this one over here is going to be a deluxe room. Now, let's see how many we can go this way. About the same, more or less. I guess we could, instead of doing that, we could put it here. And what's the boundary going to be? No, that's only going to be too wide, so no. Let's not do that. Let's just do deluxe rooms over here as well. Now you might be asking, why am I planning out the rooms on the ground floor? Why not plan it out on like the first floor or the second floor? Well, in order for the building to just kind of merge, you really need to be setting the pillars that you're going to use throughout the entire building at this stage. Okay, so we are going to need a hallway. I figure maybe too wide? That brings it into there. So right now we have... Ooh, but you can't access that one from it. Yeah, you can't access this room from that. Nice. Bugger. Well, if we shift this over one... If we shift those each over, then it's still not gonna do what we want it to. Doggone it. And here I am without my axe. Be right back. Okay, I grabbed my axe. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move these over by one, and I know that doesn't fix the solution for us just willy-nilly like that, but we're gonna be a little bit inventive. And we are going to have this be part of our walkway. And what we'll do, I guess, is add some rooms over here. No, because if that's going to be the walkway, then that needs to get switched over too. For the interest of time, I'm just going to move this over and be back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. Went ahead and moved it on over. So we have a room here, a room here, a room here, walkway down this way. How did I forget to put one there? Weird. A walkway down this way. Room, 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 and room. Now, here's the interesting thing about these rooms, okay? That's gonna be a room. And that's gonna be a room. Now, if you take a look at where the pillars are, they overlap, don't they? So what I'm thinking is, instead of having them overlap, why not just have the exterior one because as it is, this right here is going to be empty. That's going to be wasted space, or possibly a stairwell. Actually, you know, a stairwell sounds good for that. Let's do that, and let's just be creative with that. Okay, so let's raise it up, build the frame, and then go ahead and see what it looks like. Kind of let the building decide for us what it wants to do, not just have us tell it. Be back soon. Okay, and we are back. basically what I did was I raised up the columns to the desired height for the ground floor, and then I just connected the ones that had the rooms and the shapes that I had already said. So yeah, room, 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 hallway, hallway, and stairwell. Now that that's been done, we can go back on the first floor and take a look and see what spaces are available, what spaces are easy to use, and what spaces are difficult to use. And that we can basically figure out how we want this to go from there. Let me just move this out of the way. There we go. So we could add something here, or we could make it an entranceway. And that kind of looks nice. Then it opens up over here. It's a bit crowded with all the pillars though. But I bet you we could use that to our advantage. Take for instance, this right here could all be tables and chairs. That doesn't look too crowded. That could just be left empty. That could all be walled in, so a solid wall. This right here, I guess, could be the innkeeper as little reception area. We could turn this into the innkeeper's room right here. Wall that in. Yeah. I like that. So let me go ahead and get some planks so that we can lay it out so you can start seeing it the way I have it in my mind. Okay, just wanted to bring you guys back here for a second. Mainly because there's been a few changes. I was gonna have it go this way, come through here, and then turn, but it just felt better to turn it here, bring it by the stairwell, and bring it into the dining room, which would be here. And then we can have the innkeeper right here, where he can look out and make sure that anyone coming down the hall has paid. Stairwell will be here. The innkeeper's access way to that will be through here. And this will be the master suite. Obviously that will be walled off. Let's go ahead and illustrate that. That one right there is going to be a partial wall. And you're more or less getting the idea. But I'm going to get a few more planks to make sure that you got it. So yeah, they come in this way. This will be walled. Here's going to be the stairwell. This will also be walled. Here's the innkeeper. And this right here is going to be the dining room. And the innkeeper's Sorry, excuse me for that. Anyhow, the innkeeper's room is basically going to be this large piece right here. And this right here is just going to be more or less a doorway. And there you go. Oh, that's going to be walled too. There we go. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll be back to show you a little bit further progress on it. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you through what I've done so far, and we'll pick this up on the next episode, with me basically having framed the first and second floor. I'll do my best not to fill in those, but it's going to take too long for me to do it all on one episode. So I'm just going to walk you through what I have so far on the ground floor. So you walk in, and of course you have some windows. There's going to be the stairwell. We'll go over this episode how to put that in. There's the innkeeper. Here's the innkeeper's living room. There's going to be a table and chair here so that they can see the door and the weather with their possessions over here. Beds will be on this wall right here. They go back here, and this is going to have a chair where they can sit and make sure everything's going well. The dining room is going to be in here. And now let's go over the stairwell. There they are. Okay. First, let's make us a landing. And now we're going to do a little bit more complicated of a build because we want part of a landing up here. So we're going to put down 4 planks. Actually, you know, I want more of a landing than that. 6 planks. And then we're going to do our stairwell pattern that I've shown on previous videos. Except for this part right here. We would normally put in a landing, well actually a regular bit of stairs there, however, I want there to be a full platform there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we bring it on down. And there we go. That way when there's a wall here, they actually have somewhere to stand and then step off. And we can light that up a little bit better. Later on we can put maybe like a chest here. Or possibly some other things. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode we will come back and this will be framed. I will have walkways put in place. And I might actually wall the rooms. Actually, yeah, you know what, it's not going to be but a thing to do that. Let me check the time on the recording and see if I can squeeze it in. Yeah, I have time to squeeze it in. This is a room. Here's a bed, table, chair, door. That's the standard size room. Over here, these are not really going to be much of anything. On this floor, I'm going to put some floors in here so that you have a balcony-ish appearance. But it's still tall enough from the road that nobody's going to be climbing in any windows or monsters bothering any of the guests. The entrance for that will be right here. So that will be solid wall. And this right here will be the door to the balcony. Now on the second floor, we're going to have it extended out 1, 2, 3, and then the wall. It's going to be a little bit supported. I still want the look of the connected fences though, so it's not going to go here. Otherwise I'd have 2, 2, and then that one. Kind of having to sacrifice a little bit on believability in exchange for just personal opinion on looks. And then the room above that would be a 3x4. And those would be our slightly larger rooms with possibly 2 beds. And that's all for this episode. Next episode, we will open up by showing you the completed product. Until then, have a good day.